party that has simply discarded any reverence for our system of government.
It's a cover story of the Post today, D-Day, showing Donald Trump. And then if you look at one of these stories, this one elector from Michigan under fire, look at all the mail that he got.
Right.
All the letters that he received, Morgan Ortegas, telling him, look, you better not vote for Donald Trump, death threats, the whole 9 yards.
I think this just comes down to people fundamentally not being able to accept the outcome of the election, right, Betsy? I mean, I think there's a segment of people that cannot understand that their fellow Americans voted for Donald Trump. They don't get it. They can't process it. And if the Democrats want to succeed as a party, they need to really stop these shenanigans and move on.
Oh,
it's a free and fair process. It's been going on for hundreds of years. And I just think fundamentally it comes down to them not being able to process that the American people didn't listen to them and didn't choose what they wanted.
I like the word shenanigans. You put your finger on the right word, because the fact is these leaks, now maybe they were the result of Russian hacking, but these leaks were about the truth. The Democratic National Committee was guilty of shenanigans.
Yeah.
And when I hear John McCain say, well, the Russians were tampering with the electoral process, no. They may have influenced public opinion by leaking this information.
If they leaked it.
But it's the Democrats who are tampering with the electoral process right now.
No, Betsy, I think we're skimming over a very important fact that Hillary Clinton wasn't a candidate that people wanted. Listen, I'll tell you what, the Russians didn't meet Loretta Lynch on the tarmac in Phoenix, Arizona to discuss grandkids. The Russians didn't set up the Clinton's email servers in Chippewa. Okay, so and the Russians didn't take foreign donations from Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and other human rights abusers. That was the Clintons, okay? And the Clintons colluded with the DNC to intervene on a democratic process known as the primary voting system for the Democratic Party, okay? So they colluded against a candidate. So if anything, we should be focusing on what really matters, and that's the superdelegate problem that they have in their own primaries. And so they're blaming everybody but exactly. So this interference situation is just noise.
And not only that, in Pennsylvania, electoral voters will have police protection when they cast their votes, according to published reports. State troopers will accompany the 20 electoral voters in Pennsylvania after messages of death threats. What's your reaction, Kirsten?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. And yes, it speaks to the lack of acceptance, but also I think people just don't understand the benefits of the Electoral College. I feel like we need a collective civics class on what the benefits, especially Hollywood, on the benefits of the Electoral College and what it's meant to do, and not allow pockets or cities of large population centers to determine the outcome of the election.
Yeah.
But also, it's fascinating the fact that Democrats are pointing to Russia when really, obviously, Russia, if they did anything regarding this election, they wouldn't be able to swing it completely. But what they would be able to do is sow discord among the American people to feel like our presidency and our whole electoral process is delegitimized.
Yeah.
And they are getting exactly what they want.
And then there's the celebrities, as Morgan mentioned. You had Martin Sheen ruining his chances in swaying an electoral voter over the weekend, according to Politico. Sheen released this personalized video message to Mr. Ashley McMillan. Turns out Ashley McMillan is a female McMillan, and she responded saying, "It is my job to represent the people of Kansas on Monday. It was Martin Sheen's job to get my name right. He failed. I won't," she said in a statement to the Daily Caller. McMillan plans to vote for Trump today. What do you think of these Hollywood celebrities trying to change the outcome?
I think it shows incredible hubris, disdain for the public, and disdain for our system of government. How dare they question this system when it has served us so well?
Well, that's what they said when Donald Trump said he doesn't know if he'll accept the results of the election. They were like, how dare he undermine our democratic process? You can't take him seriously.
Yeah.
So
that's why
I mean,
and then there's this. Then there's this from Barack Obama. This is back in October of this year. There is no serious person out there who would suggest that you could even rig America's elections. There is no evidence that has happened in the past, or that there are instances that this could happen this time. So I advise Mr. Trump to stop whining.
Yes, and by the way, at that point, Barack Obama and his administration already knew about this hacking. They were going to diminish it so long as they were sure their candidate was going to win.
Betsy, but when we go low, they go high, remember? That's their modus operandi.
And they're going real high
so they're
right
going
now.
really high on
But
this.
I mean, can this actually is there any chance that any electors are going to change their vote and change
over history,
direction?
157 have, but that's way over 200
And half
years.
of them died before they cast their votes.
Never has it changed an election result.
Okay.
Never.
All right, we will leave it there. Betsy, good to see you. Thanks so much. Betsy McCoy joining us there. Later on in the show, we have a Michigan elector with us.